Hey guys, I figured from just to continue from the applying and type of CV stuff that I was talking about in the previous episode, I thought let me continue this and now let's talk about now when you actually get the interview. Sharp. Now you have the interview, you are set. So what now? What happens now? First of all, first impressions count. Like don't go dressed up, hi, no, this is me. They must know who I am. I'm gonna go as comfortable as I want. Yeah, I'm going as me. No. Proper suit and tie, pencil skirt girl, or something formal. Just be formal on that day when you go for that interview. If you have tattoos like I do, wear a long sleeve. Because yes, we have moved on with the times, and employers must just know that people have tattoos. It's normal. Okay, sharp. But there's still those people who are not there yet. So be professional. Wear a long sleeve shirt, a proper shirt with a tie. Never wear red to an interview. Never wear red to interview. It's a color thing. It's a color thing. Never wear red to interview unless maybe the company you're applying for, the CI has red. Maybe like your, what can I say, your Wimpy, Vodacom, McDonald's type of thing. If they have red, then maybe you can wear red. But normally, never wear red to an interview. It's a color thing, like I said. It's just not gonna work for you. And then this thing, please, if you're thinking of getting a face tattoo, don't do it. Don't do it. No matter where you apply a face tattoo, no. Start your own business, honestly, because you're not getting a job in a professional sector, in a professional setup and environment with a face tattoo. Neck tattoos, maybe in some places, maybe like for retail, you might still get a job, but there's no way a qualified somebody, there's no way you're getting a job with a neck tattoo. I am yet to be proved otherwise with a neck tattoo. Like I said, after school is not after school. So if you have anything on your social media that you feel like, if your parents are not allowed to see what you put on social media, then it should not be there because you're not getting that job. I was once tasked with doing a profile on an ad agency just to see if we should work with them. And basically because of what the owners of that ad agency were doing in their spare time, in their free time, they did not get that gig that we were looking for because of what they posting on their social media. So clearly after school is not after school. And when you get to the interview, be confident, ne? I'm not saying be cocky about your, I got this. Just be confident, and if you don't understand the question, don't try to answer it anyhow. Ask, is this what you mean by asking this? Or I do not understand your question. What do you mean? Can you phrase this question in a different way? Rather than going into that interview making a fool out of yourself. Ask questions. Like you're only a fool if you don't ask the question. You understand? And the other thing that I've gotten is that for butchers, maybe it's a thing now, okay, I now must wear a skirt to an interview. No, you don't have to wear a skirt. But also, we don't want people, employers don't really want you to go in there and act as if you the man. Look here, we know, we can see, okay, they can see maybe by your dress code, okay, suit and tie, this person is probably not I know sex orientation is not a factor. It should not be a factor when you apply for a job. But when you walk in there, okay, they clearly clear. they scan you and they can see, okay, this person clearly, okay, sexual preference is this way. So you know, they kind of gauge you as you walk in. But we don't go in there sagging your pants and looking all sorts of type of way. Be prim, proper, clean, cut your nails, you know, be presentable. First impressions count all the time. Now now you sit at the interview. Oh, by the way, a firm grip handshake always does the thing. Don't be like a slouchy handshake. That's if now you're going into the interview. If your interview which is now what's happening mostly is that interviews are now on Zoom. You're having a Zoom interview. Dress up for that Zoom interview, you know. Dress up. Don't just be like, I'm at home. Then what? Don't just be like, anyway. Make sure your background is proper. Make sure there is no noise around you, né? And when you sit at an interview, regardless of if it's online or if it's face to face, don't slouch. Sit up straight, you know. Sit up straight and don't fold your hands. Just open up. Be open. And when you answer, speak properly, you know. Don't slang, don't twang. Be as professional as possible. I cannot stress this enough. But if you're sitting in an interview with people and the person you're interviewing looks like they don't care, then why should I give you the job if you look like you don't care? You know, if you get called for an interview, also do some background check. Like, get to know the company that you are applying for, you know, and so that when you go into that interview, okay, this is the company I'm about to work for. This is what they do. This is their history. So that when certain questions come up, you kind of put yourself in that scenario of already working within that space. You know, don't speak actively. Speak as if you have already gotten that job. If this was me, for example, if they ask you questions like, why should we hire you? Let's say maybe, okay, I'm gonna use a simple. Let's say maybe Adidas or Nike is trying to employ you. Why should we hire you? You're like, okay, there's specific reasons why I think I would be perfect for this job. One is that I feel like I can bring value to the company by doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I also feel like this work environment, based on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you are doing, and based off the social responsibility initiatives that you are also sponsoring, and also the events that you are doing in order to broaden the reach of your customer base. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, you put yourself into that situation already. You make yourself known. Okay, my presence in the company, this is what it's gonna be. Obviously, there's gonna be questions like, okay, tell us about yourself. I don't go telling them, hey, you know, I like playing PlayStation. I like what. Hey, also I like 1, 2, 3. Nah. Look here. When you go there, tell us about yourself. Okay, I'm a 26-year-old woman, born and raised, blah blah blah. As my CV says, I am qualified in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and what. Before they even ask you what are your strengths and weaknesses, and you're already you in there. Based off my personality, my strengths are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and my weaknesses are wow. So you already killed 3 birds with 1 stone in that one conversation, in that one space and platform that they had given you to tell them about yourself. You see, you kind of be strategic about it. The other thing that arises in interviews is that give the person who's interviewing you the chance to speak. Don't interrupt them. You must be able to listen, receive the information, and respond. Don't go in there, I wanna say, and like, Wabon, go in there knowing your stuff when you go in there. Or even if it's like we said, a Zoom meeting, go in there knowing your stuff and be confident. Even though okay, some of the questions they're kind of tough for you to answer, don't show it. Be cool about it. They sometimes just kind of throw curveballs at you. Okay, what would you do in this situation if you've never encountered that situation? Don't act okay, now I would leave the situation. Just say for something like, okay, I haven't dealt with this situation before, but based off all the other things that I've dealt with before, I can say that I can ask for assistance from my teammates who have dealt with this and ask them to show me how to deal with this type of situation in order to save us time, in order to save the company's money, and in order to minimize errors with the specific project. Being a team player always does the job. Everywhere. Being a team player does the job all the time. Even if you are a strong person who can do things by themselves, but being a team player always does the trick. No matter where you work, being team player is always number one. And managing your time. Trust me, always be at least 5 minutes early for an interview. At least, because you don't know, maybe you get there and the person who was supposed to be in that interview before you did not pitch up. So at least they'll be like, okay, man, this or someone already waiting. Let's just do their thing, So at least be 5 minutes, because you don't know if you have to, when you get to the interview, do you have to register in, or do you have to first meet the people, or first sit in the lobby and wait, or fill out forms or something. Even like on a Skype meeting, you don't know if maybe it just shows them that you have good time management skills. For me personally, I'm always 15-20 minutes early for an interview, just in case anything can happen before an interview. Trust me, like, people, especially if people know that you're going to an interview, just random shit just happens before an interview. Random shit just happens before anything that propels you to a better you understand? And when you go to an interview, don't tell anybody. Don't tell people you're going to an interview. But don't tell people that you're going to an interview, guys. Like, trust me, this one I know, I have experienced. Don't tell anybody when you go into an interview. Do that shit on your own. Like, tell your closest, like your parents, okay, for mama, your interview. But not your friends, not people just in jail. Like, I got an interview. Hey. People's hearts, they don't play. So when you go for an interview, do you. Be confident. You got this, Especially if you want it. Do some research. Find out about the company. Practice in the mirror. Those type of things. That's what you need to do when you go for an interview. I hope this thing helped for you guys. This is just me, giving some 2 cents worth of advice. Take it or leave it. I hope it helps somebody out there. This is Kay. This is Queen Queer.